welcome to the Parents Math Tutor. If you already watched my word problems video for parents, then you already have the tools you need to help your children with word problems at home. But this video is just for your child. Sit them down in front of the computer and I will solve some one-step word problems with them. Hi friends, welcome back to the Parents Math Tutor. If you're watching this video, it's so that we can get some more practice with one-step word problems. So as you can see on the screen, I have a one-step word problem listed here, and I'm going to read it to you. We're going to talk about what makes it one step. We're going to talk about some ways we can organize the numbers and organize our thoughts in this problem, and then we're going to solve it using strategies rooted in place value. So you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil or a whiteboard and a marker, and if at any point I'm working too quickly, go ahead and just pause the video so that you can get caught up with me. Okay, this problem says Alyssa has some grapes. She eats 27 grapes. After she eats her snack, there are still 48 grapes left in the bag. How many did Alyssa have to start with? Alyssa has some grapes. She eats 27 grapes. After she eats her snack, there are still 48 grapes left in the bag. How many did Alyssa have to start with? All right. So we need to organize our thinking a little bit, and one of the ways you can do this is with a number sentence where we list the start, the change, and the result. So in this problem, Alyssa starts with some grapes. That means we don't know how many she started with. And then there's a change. She eats 27. If she's eating them, they're going to go away. So something take away 27 equals, and she ends up with 48 still in the bag. Okay, so this gives me a starting point for where I can solve. I know that I'm looking for what she started with. So that means my answer is going to be a bigger number than both these other numbers, because if she ate 27 and she ended up with 48, she must have started with a lot more. Sometimes it's good to imagine a little visualization. So here's Alyssa, and she's got her grapes. She has some. We don't know how many she has. But then if we imagine her eating some and it going away, and then we know she still has this pile over here, that kind of helps us visualize what's going on in the problem. Okay, I have a way to organize our thinking, and that's called a strip diagram. When you were younger, this might have been called a part whole mat. But we need to decide what the total number of grapes is and what that number was broken up to, what parts are in that total. And so looking at our problem, I know that there's the part that she ate and the part that she's left with, but I don't know the total. Okay, and so this is a really good strategy for organizing your thinking. It's a graphic organizer. And I know that the two parts put together equal the whole. That's why the strip diagram is shaped this way. The two boxes that make up the two parts are the same exact size and shape as the box that makes up the whole, because if you add these together, they equal the total. So I think in order to get our answer, we're going to have to add 27 and 48 together to figure out the total that she started with. So I'm going to do this using expanded form. You can do it with me. 27 is 20 plus 7. And I'm going to add 27 to 48. 48 is 40 plus 8. Okay? And now I'm going to start adding in the ones place over here. This is the ones place. 7 plus 8. Do you know what 7 plus 8 is? Maybe some of you said 15. I know that 7 plus 7 is 14, so that would be one more. So 7 plus 8 is 15. And then 20 plus 40 equals 60. Now, notice there's a 10 in my ones place. I gotta get that out of there. So 60 plus 10, 60 plus 10 actually equals 70. And then I still have this 5. 70 plus 5 equals 75. Alyssa started with 75 grapes. And I know this is a one-step problem because I just had to do one thing to get the answer. I just had to do one addition problem. I didn't have to do anything else to get the final answer. So that's how I know that this is a one-step problem. Let's do another. So we just practiced one type of one-step word problem, and now I have another. I'm going to read it twice, and we'll see if we can organize the information and see if we can solve it together. Stan had 81 food erasers. He set 29 on his dresser and put the rest in his backpack. How many did he put in his backpack? Okay, Stan had 81 food erasers. He set 29 on his dresser and put the rest in his backpack. How many did he put in his backpack? All right, let's organize this information. Let's start with a little start, change, result. We need to know what Stan started with, what changed, and what he ended up with. What was the result? Stan had 81, so he started with 81. He set 29 on his dresser. Okay, so here's Stan. And here's Stan's dresser. He had some food erasers, and then he set some on his dresser. So if I see a little movie in my mind, I can see that some of the erasers are going away. So that would be minus. The change is that he took away 29. And it says he put the rest in his backpack, which means we don't know how many went in his backpack on his back. Okay, we don't know that. That's a question. So now we need to organize our thinking into a strip diagram. Remember, the box that you don't break into pieces is for the total amount. The box that you break into pieces are for all the parts that amount is made up of. So in this problem, the two parts are the part he set on his dresser, that's one part, and the part he put in his backpack. Dresser and backpack are the two parts. Dresser, backpack. So 29 are on his dresser, and we don't know how many are in his backpack. So that means that 81 is the total amount of food erasers that Stan has. Okay, this one's different than the one we did a minute ago because I only know one part. Last time I knew both parts, so I knew if I put the parts together I'd find the total. This time I don't have that. This time I need to take away 29, just like in our start, change, result number sentence. I need to start with 81, and if I separate 29 away, I'll find out whatever's left over. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to stick with expanded form. I like that strategy. So I'm going to write 81 in expanded form, 80 plus 1, and I'm going to take away 29, 20 plus 9. Go ahead and write that number sentence. Get caught up with where I am. If you need to pause the video at any time to catch up, you can do that. Okay, I always start in the ones place. And another rule is that I have to start at the top and go down. I can't go upside down. Some kids would say, well, I can't do 1 minus 9, so I'll just do 9 minus 1. You can't do that with subtraction because you're trying to take away from the bigger number. The numbers are not interchangeable like in addition. So I can't do 1 take away 9. If I just draw 1 unit, I can't cross out 9 units. So what I can do is I can regroup. I can take 10 away from the 80 and that becomes a 70. And then that group of 10 that I just took, I'm going to regroup it into the ones place, and I'm going to add it to this one. 1 plus 10 is 11. So now I have 11 minus 9, and I can totally do that. I can do 11 minus 9. That equals 2. Okay, now we are in the tens place, and we no longer use the 80. The 80 is not there anymore. So I want you to try to do 70 minus 20. 70 minus 20 is 50. 50 plus 2 equals 52. Stan put 52 erasers in his backpack. We know that this is a one-step problem because I just had to do one subtraction problem to get my final answer. Every strategy you see here can help you. You can visualize the problem with a little picture or a little movie in your mind. You can write a number sentence using start, change, result. You can organize your information on a strip diagram. Everything here helps you organize your thoughts so that you can get the correct answer. Let's do one more. All right, we are on our last problem for today. I'm going to read the problem twice. We're going to do a little bit of visualizing and a little bit of talking about what these numbers mean. So it says Jenna scored 66 points in the basketball season. So already I'm making a little movie in my mind. There's a girl named Jenna. She scored 66 points. Carly scored 37 points in the basketball season. How many more points did Jenna score than Carly? Jenna scored 66 points in the basketball season. Carly scored 37 points in the basketball season. How many more points did Jenna score than Carly? Well, okay, in this story, nothing is being joined together. We're not adding anything together. Nothing is going away. Nothing is being eaten or lost or taken from anyone else. And so what you need to know is when you see words like how many more, or how much fewer, or how many less, what they want us to do is compare these two numbers and find the distance between them. So this is not a normal story where you start with some and some are taken away and then you end up with some. The words how many more tell me that I'm comparing the two numbers. So Jenna got a lot more points and Carly got some less points than her. And we're trying to find this difference right here between the 2 points that they made. So let me show you how to organize your thinking, because we use strip diagrams for other types of word problems that aren't comparing. And so I want to kind of show you the total box in a comparison problem is for the bigger number. And then you could just imagine this is like a little bar graph on its side. Carly didn't get as many as Jenna, so her little bar is shorter than 66. And we're trying to find this space right here. This right here is how many more Jenna got. Now, we do know that on a strip diagram, when we have both parts, we need to add the parts to figure out the answer. When we only know one part, like we do in this problem, we're going to subtract. We're going to separate the points Carly got away to figure out how many more Jenna scored. So this is a subtraction problem, and I like expanded form. So I'm going to set up my problem. 60 plus 6 minus 30 plus 7. Go ahead and set that up. If you need to pause to set up your number sentence, you may do that at this time. We always start in the ones place. We cannot go upside down. No, we cannot do that. We have to start at the top and go down. So I can't do 6 take away 7. If I have 6 M&Ms, I can't give you 7 M&Ms. So I need to regroup. I'm taking a 10 away from the 60 and I'm moving it over here with the 6 in the ones place. I'm just regrouping. I still have 60. I just moved 10 over here with the 6. 6 plus 10 is 16. Okay, so 16 take away 7 is going to equal 9. 50 minus 30 equals, do you know? It's 20. 20 plus 9 equals 29. That means Jenna scored 29 more points than Carly did in the basketball season. This is a one-step problem because when you compare two numbers and you try to find how many more or how many less or how many fewer or how many greater, you're going to subtract the lower number away from the total number to figure out the distance between the two numbers. So this is a one-step problem. You only did one subtraction problem to get the answer. That's why it's one step. All right, guys, you did so good today. I hope you enjoyed practicing one-step word problems with me. Come back next time. We're going to do multi-step word problems together. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Parents Math Tutor. Please leave a like and a subscribe. Tell others about our channel to help the channel grow so that everybody can have some free math tutoring. See you later. Bye.